Okay, good morning. Here we
Good
are.
morning, doctor. How are you?
I am doing well. I'm doing well. Let me introduce everyone to you. So, good morning if you're joining us here on Facebook on a wet, rainy, cloudy Saturday morning in New Jersey. Other than that, everything's fine. If you're joining us, we're here with a very sunshiny and positive person. Her name is Zimra. Zimra, say hello to Facebook.
Hi, guys.
All right. So this is part of our mission to help motivate people. We've been going through this tough time now for almost 2 years, and yet some good can come of it. And you're proof of that, aren't you?
Yep, yep.
Uh,
Put on a lot of weight due to COVID.
you did. How much
Yes.
weight did you put on due to the
I
COVID
was nearly
pandemic?
190, 89. Yeah.
Got it. And so how much did you put on as a result of being quarantined, for example?
About 20 pounds.
You put on 20 pounds.
20,
Okay, yeah.
25 pounds nearly. Yeah.
Got
I
it.
didn't want to
So
go on the scale. I was that scared.
understood. It shows you're an overachiever because you're supposed to put on the COVID-19. That's the joke, right?
Yeah.
So you had put on this weight,
Right.
and I mean, were you always overweight, or did you go
I
up and
was
down in your life? How is that?
I grew up Indian. So, I mean, I grew up in India. So, we're normally supposed to be these petite girls, which I was never. I was always told by my family that I was big boned. So, it's okay to be a little overweight. And then I would never lose the weight. So, I was like, okay, your mother's fat, so you're fat. That's a genetic thing that
Right.
you get. So I was like, okay, now, and then I came to this age where I'm like, why can't I lose the weight? I did everything. I exercised 3 times a week. I did everything, but it didn't change. So you were my last resort, and I said I'm going to give up after this if it doesn't.
I love when people say that to me. It happens all the time. They're like, after this, I'm done. You're my last hope. And I just laugh
Right.
and I say, okay, no pressure.
No pressure at all.
But it worked out fine, didn't it? How much weight did you lose on the
About
program so
22 pounds
that's
now.
so far?
Yes, so
And we're
far, and I'm still going on.
we're
So
still
yeah.
going strong. I did want to ask though, just so people get to know you a little bit. You mentioned you're from India originally,
Right.
and what do you do? And how many children do you have? And what do you like to do for fun?
Oh wow. Okay, so I'm Indian. Lived in India, lived in 3 different continents in my life. Lived in India, moved to Israel because I'm Jewish,
Uh huh.
and then met my husband and moved to America. So lived 3 different continents. Now I'm working for a bank. I do mortgages, collections for mortgages, basically. And what I like to do for pastime, we like to go for hikes. I do a lot of arts and crafts. So those are my hobbies
You do
when I get the time.
collections.
Collections,
You're the
collecting
bully who
money.
calls people up and threatens them.
Yes.
Oy. And you lived in Israel.
And I lived in
I
Israel.
would not want to get on your bad side.
Yes, I had an interesting, yeah, life. So I have one child who's 10 now.
Got it. And I
That's it.
met her, and she's adorable.
Thank you.
She doesn't
Yes.
like to be told that, though.
She doesn't like, she's very
Yeah,
shy.
yeah,
That's what
she
she
is.
portrays, but she
Unlike her
isn't.
mom.
Unlike a mom, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Zimmer. So, you said by the time you contacted us that you were pretty desperate. How did you come to us? How did you find out about us?
Actually saw you on Facebook.
Okay.
That's where I saw
You
you,
saw
and you
me
kept
personally, or
popping
you
up.
saw an ad?
I saw an ad.
Okay.
And then I saw your ads also on the booklets that come down at townships.
Got
Loose.
it.
So I kept looking at that, but didn't really do anything. Then when it came on Facebook, I just clicked. I said, you know what? Let's try this.
So at that point, were you actively looking for solutions?
I was exercising. I bought a Bowflex. So I was trying to exercise, but nothing was working.
Got it. And you were desperate enough that you decided to click on the ad with this odd-looking stranger.
Correct. I said, let's
Okay.
try it. What could go
Understood.
wrong? What could get worse at this? So
And then
that's
you
what I
came
tried.
in and we had a nice conversation, I recall. And
Yes.
what was it about the consultation that you found that was different or that indicated to you that maybe this program was for you?
You know, when you told me how some food work for you and some food don't,
Mm,
And then you said we have to find out what your triggers are. It could be a healthy, so it could be a healthy trigger, which is healthy for other people, but not work for me. That
right.
was something I was like, oh, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, that's data that most people don't have, right? So we all
Yeah,
know that ice cream and cotton candy, I mean, those are going to be triggers for weight gain, but what about the hidden triggers? What about
correct.
the foods that are supposedly healthy foods, but for a given individual,
It might
it could
not
be
be.
right,
Yeah, right,
right.
right.
Okay,
So
good.
that's what I was like, oh, wow, that's something I never thought of because I kept trying what other people were doing and it wasn't working.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, my friend told me, oh, try this. I tried that. It didn't work. But for her, it worked. And for me, it didn't. My
Understood.
body type was also different. So I was like, what am I doing wrong? So that's where we hit base.
Right, right.
Right.
Well, you said that, you were brought up with the understanding that you were big boned and that your genes were bad and that you were meant to be overweight. Well, apparently you didn't believe that. What was so bad for you about being overweight? What did you hate about it?
The way my clothes fitted, and every time it went up a size, and I tried to fit into my old clothes, which didn't work. And actually, what triggered me was an interesting conversation with my younger sister. So we were talking about Jennifer Lopez. This was okay, and we were talking how she's lost at 50, she looks great.
Yes.
And I turned around and said, I want to be like that. I said, I might not look like her, but I could get slim like her. And my sister burst out laughing and said, no, you can't do it. And I said, you know what? That's my challenge. So that was it.
She said, "You're no J Lo."
Yeah, I said, I'm going to be the next J-Lo.
Yeah, yeah. You're Z Sol instead.
Yeah, exactly. So that's where that was the, what my, until today, I keep telling her, I'm doing it, I'm doing it. So, she's my motivation.
Oh,
She
that's
said,
great. What's
yep,
her name?
Amira. And she's in Israel. She's not
Hi,
here.
Amira.
Yeah.
Shalom, Amira.
So she's in
Manyanim.
Israel. Yeah. She's in Israel. So yeah, we keep laughing about that. So
Okay, good. So send her my regards, and I'm sure she's thrilled for you. Does she see you when you communicate? Do you communicate like this over the internet?
yes, she told me I lost weight. She said, wow. And so it's fun because she was always the petite one in the family.
Mm,
So she was always the skinny one and all, and I was the opposite. So
got it. Got it. Has
yeah.
that been your experience? Has your family and your friends, have they been supportive?
My friends now have been supportive. Earlier, it was like always, we are this way, and what do we do? And you just move on with life. You don't do anything. But this time, my friends are supportive.
This
They
time,
saw
you
the
said.
change. Yeah, they saw the change,
Oh,
and they were like,
got it. So they
"Wow."
were skeptical, and then when they saw that you started to lose weight, then they started to be supportive.
Yep, absolutely. Then they're like, "Yeah, now what are you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm trying. I'm trying. I won't really reveal the secret till later."
Yeah. Now, what did you find was the best part for you about the program?
The support. I mean, the fact that I could touch base with any of your girls anytime. Like once I told Tia, my coach, I told her, I'm craving. I have cravings. I want something to eat. I think I'm closer to my periods. I'm craving something. And I want salt. For me, it was always salt.
Mhm.
I could open a bag of chips and eat the whole large bag of chips in one shot.
Got
And I
it.
said, that was it. And then she told me, okay, let's do this, let's do that. And it worked.
I
Today, I don't
remember,
even buy
when
chips.
you did that, she contacted me. We were prepared to come over to your house,
Take away
and
all
we
the
were
bags of
and
chips.
yes, and we were going to staple your hands together. That was the plan.
You were
Fortunately, we didn't
welcome.
have
But you
to.
know what? I don't buy the chips anymore.
Of course, why would you?
Yeah, so I don't. I mean, my poor daughter's not getting it too, but I don't care. I'm not buying it.
Yeah. Tell me what's different for you now that you've lost 22 pounds in a relatively short time. What's different? How do you feel?
I feel great. My clothes are fitting. I'm wearing something that didn't fit me 3 years, even like 6 months ago. So I'm wearing clothes. I feel great. I want to take this huge trip to India and I want to show everyone that I've lost the weight. Because as soon
Mm,
as you reach in India, they tell you, oh my God, you gained weight. That's the first thing that
they're
the
very
Indians say.
forward about it there.
Where any Indian, I mean, you meet an Indian, you also think, oh my God, Zimra, you gained weight. I'm like,
Right.
okay.
Yeah,
It's
in this country, most people don't do that. Instead, what they'll do is they'll look up and down like this.
right, right. But Israel also is bad for that because when I go to Israel, they
Yeah.
tell me, oh my God, you put on weight. I'm like, oh my God,
Of
really?
course,
That's
it's
all
full
I
of
need.
Israelis. What do you expect?
Exactly. And my husband is an Israeli. So
And we have Jackie. Jackie's with us now. Hey, Jack, do you have any questions for Zimra? If you do, just don't hesitate. Let's go ahead and share. And that's true for everyone. If you're with us right now, we're with Zimra Solomon. She's an amazing person. Zimra, your story is fascinating. We've talked about it a lot in the office.
Yes, we do.
I
Yeah.
was amazed by the fact that you
Mm.
were brought up Jewish in India and then emigrated to Israel and then from there to here.
Right.
What do you notice? So you just mentioned culturally, one of the differences, the people in India and in Israel, they tend to be kind of less forward in their communication or more forward in their
More forward.
communication.
Yeah.
Right. What is different about health and about people's attitudes towards health in those countries compared to here?
They perceive people that if you're thin, you're healthy, or
Okay.
if you're
Tell me
thin,
more
you're
about
beautiful. So I don't think you have to be skinny to be healthy. I don't think you have to be healthy inside. Like I could be a little broader or whatever, but I could be, the body fat has gone down and that could be healthy, but people don't perceive it like that.
right.
If you don't fit in a size 3 or a 4, you're fat.
You mean in India and in Israel?
Yeah, because when
Not
I
so
go
much
with my
here.
broad shoulders, they tell me, "Oh, you won't even get ready-made clothes. You have to get clothes stitched." And I'm like, "Really?" you
Got
know?
it.
Yeah.
Got it. So do you find that there's a lot of pressure in those countries, more so
Oh,
there than here?
absolutely.
There is.
Absolutely. There
Okay.
is a lot. And
And
the other
people
thing
in
is,
yeah.
Israel is still more, people are more vain and they take care of themselves, so they'll try to do things. India, I feel women let go of themselves after some time. They like just
Mm.
give up
At a certain point.
at a
What
certain
point
point.
is that?
I think it's when they're mothers and and they feel they can't do anything more for themselves. They just give up.
They're done at a certain
Yeah,
point.
after kids and yeah, they just give up.
Okay. Well, I know the lifestyle in Israel. I know people are outdoors a lot. People are
Yes,
hiking and and everyone's serving in the military and so there's a very kind of a physical culture.
right.
That was
That's
your
true. In India, it's different. In India, you don't have that. It's too many people. Unless you really have the money to do it, you don't really do it.
Is that right? Do
Yeah, in
people
India.
not exercise and take care of themselves in India in your
Because it's
experience?
expensive. People are get I see now more and more of my friends like this generation, our generation getting conscious. But
Uh-huh.
the earlier generation, like my dad and all, they don't care. If they can't go for a walk, they won't bother.
Right.
But they won't take the active interest of going and seeing a doctor to lose weight, or they won't do that for themselves.
Sure, sure.
And they would only do it if they push to the corner, like if they are suffering from diabetes or something like that, then they would do it,
Yeah.
which is sad. It shouldn't come to that.
No, I agree. I agree.
Right.
One of the things about this country is that adults now, almost 70% of adults are considered either obese or overweight.
Correct.
And even children now,
Even children.
it's
Yeah.
25%. So it's really crazy. It's out of control. And we have this unfortunate habit in America that we like to export our culture out to the rest of the world. So, are you finding or have you found that in these other countries that you've lived in, that they're starting to live more of an American lifestyle and thus their weight is going up as well?
But you know what, the good thing about India is we Indians are very conscious about the food. So the fast food, we go for fast food, but it's not as regularly as an American would go for
Right.
fast
It's
food.
probably not as readily available.
It is available. It's
It
it's
is?
just that it's a little expensive, but people are more conscious about home cooked meals,
Fair enough. Okay. So hopefully that will
which
not
I think,
change.
yeah, that's a good thing. So that
India, if you're listening to me, don't change that.
no, it's such a beautiful thing because you get your foods, you get, and it's all freshly made, which I love.
Right.
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 But Israel also, they're more into salads. I think because of the army, they have to stay upbeat.
For
Kids are
breakfast, they eat salads.
they eat salads for breakfast, they eat for lunch, they eat for dinner. I don't know how they do it, but they do it. But they can eat salads every
And
day.
let's hope that stays as well. I know there's McDonald's in Israel and there's McDavid's. They have something called McDavid's, right?
Yes, yes. But they seem to be happy, but yeah. But they're conscious also, very
Yeah.
conscious.
Well, Jackie has a question for you. Jackie is asking, how do you prepare for your week with a busy schedule to stay on track?
I pre-prepare. So on Sunday night, I cook 2 or 3 dishes
Hmm.
and I keep it like I roast my vegetables. I do my chicken dishes and I put them in boxes and keep it in the fridge. And you won't believe it, the whole house has changed their way of eating because I do this.
I would believe it. We see that all the time.
Right. So it's working. So I keep two, three things. And then, like on a day that I don't have, I probably pull out steaks from the fridge or something like that with roasted vegetables. That's it.
Got it.
I
And
use
so
my
you,
air fryer a lot and the
yeah.
grill.
What kind of air fryer do you have? I just got a new one.
What do we have? I don't know. I have it on for 2 years now.
Well,
The old big-
I had the Ninja, the regular Ninja, but then I upgraded. I have a Ninja now, and it has two parts.
Oh no,
So
no.
you
I
can
don't have all. I
simultaneously
don't.
cook
Mine
two
is not
things.
that fancy.
No, I
Mine-
know. I'm so happy. I just got it 2 days ago.
Okay, I need to upgrade too, to be honest. Yeah, because
So
we
you
use
cook
it
a
a
lot
lot.
in the air fryer.
Yeah.
Okay, and
So
you
I cook
prepare all
my
your food.
roasted vegetables. I put them, while I'm working, I could dump them in there, leave it, and go. So I've learned how to use it.
Got it.
My
And are
chicken,
you
yeah, I cook like I grill my chicken, or I'll, put a little coconut oil and cook my with a little spices, and I make my chicken or fish or whatever.
yeah.
Even my fish I make in the air fryer.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
This is what one of the keys is staying consistent on the program, right? So what we find with people when they get off track is when they've not prepared.
Yeah.
So have you ever had a
Oh, of
situation
course.
where
There are
you were
days I
not
haven't cooked and I'll be like, oh my God, I feel like craving. I'm so hungry. I need to eat something. So I put anything that falls and you put it in your mouth.
That's
That's the
right.
problem. So if I don't do this every Sunday night, I fall off the bed.
Got
But
it.
then I'll make eggs and keep every morning. I'll make boil my eggs. So there are things. So now I've learned how to move around it.
When was the
It took,
last time you missed preparing on a Sunday?
I think it was like 1 week ago, but then on Monday I stayed up late and I did it
Okay.
because I said we ate steaks on a Monday, and then I said no, I have to do it. So I thawed my chicken, everything, and then I cooked on Monday night. It takes
Well,
about 2 hours, but you do it.
the
If
new
that's what
rule for you is, since that works, is if you don't do it, we have to fine you.
Okay.
We have to fine you or punish you in some way.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
done this before with people. I've said to people, I've challenged them, if they cheat, then it's $100 to a charity or something like that. It's a
That's a
good way to
that's a
keep
good
you
thing, yeah.
disciplined.
But
Yeah,
but I push myself to do it because anyway I work, so it's difficult to do it during the week. So I
right.
do this. I cook 2, 3 things and I keep. That's
No,
it.
it's just so smart. Hey, we have another question from Jackie. This is a good one. Jackie asked, "What is your favorite Indian dish?"
My favorite Indian dish, which I can't eat, samosas.
Samosas. Yeah, there's probably no way to make samosas and have
No,
it be
because it's
relatively
all
healthy.
fried and I haven't eaten it for a long time. But I crave my samosa.
Tell us, what exactly are samosas?
So they potato. You can actually fill them with meat also, but it's basically white flour coated like a pyramid and
Mhm.
deep fried with
Yeah.
potatoes and peas inside. So there's all carbs.
Every culture seems to have a food that's like that. It's kind of a pocket of bread on the outside, and then you shove like some beef or something else in it.
Inside, right?
Every single culture has that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep,
so you
that's
haven't
true.
had samosas in a while.
No, I haven't had it and I'm really craving it, but I'm being good.
Well, maybe there is a way to do it. Jackie's a bit of a whiz in the kitchen. Maybe she can figure out a way. She can go into her lab. She's like a crazy scientist. She can go into her lab and try to find a way to cook healthy samosas.
Okay, I'll wait for it.
Jack, will you do that?
It's just the white flour.
Well, something else might be able to be used. It could be something like almond flour, for example, or coconut flour. The important thing is you have to make sure that those things aren't triggers for you.
Exactly. So yeah,
All
that's
right,
the
let
other thing.
me ask you this. It's our mission. We say this every time. Our mission is to create happy, healthy, hopeful people who have achieved their ideal weight and have a renewed zest for life. So let's do a little quality control. Are you happier now than you were before you began the program?
Yes, I'm
You are.
happy with myself.
Good. Okay. Can you put a percentage on that? If you were before, what were you on a scale of 1 to 10?
Before I was frustrated, so I was like at a 40%.
So
And
you were
now
at
I
a
can say I'm at a 70%, 80% because I want to reach that
nice.
target. Yep.
Okay,
Yep,
good.
definitely.
Okay. Are you healthier now than you were before you began the
Yes.
program? Good. How
Yes,
do you know?
definitely. Because I have more energy, right? Your knees are not paining. There were times I got knees pain or my ankles were hurting. That hasn't happened in some time.
Awesome. Okay.
Yep.
You know the best part about that?
Yep.
There's no extra charge for it.
See, it's free.
That one's on us.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
No, you feel
You
good. You feel lighter. You could
right.
walk. You could, move around. It's easier.
Good.
Definitely.
Are you more hopeful now than you were before you began the program?
Absolutely. I need to lose another 10 pounds before I go to India in
And
December.
you know you can.
I know I can, so I'm going to do
Good.
it.
When are you going to India, by the way?
I'm planning to leave end of December, Christmas time.
And you're going to Mumbai?
Yes. Yes.
Awesome. Okay.
So,
You're
yeah.
going to have to bring back pictures.
Sure. Definitely.
Okay. One more question. Do you feel like you have a renewed zest for life?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And how are you
Absolutely.
going to execute on that? What are you going to do that you didn't do when you were overweight?
I kept telling you that I have these friends that I want them to come to you.
Hmm.
So I want, we've spoken about this, I think you and I a number of times, and I want certain friends to come to you and see if I'll help someone else. That's my goal.
Okay. So
I want,
got it. Wow, that's really awesome. No, nobody has said that yet. People say, well, they're going to go dancing, they're going to wear a bikini.
no, I want to help someone else
You're
achieve
saying
what
that you
this
want to
is.
help someone. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll
I
be
want to,
happy.
I want to push someone else to do it. Like, why not? Their life could change too.
Share it. Might as
Right?
well pay it forward.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, that's fantastic, Zimra. Zimra, listen, I want to thank you. I think this was a very productive way to spend a rainy Saturday.
Saturday,
Uh,
thank you.
your words today will inspire other people to take some action.
Thank you. And if anybody wants to contact me, they're more than welcome to. I'll definitely answer questions or anything they have. So,
Okay, so if anybody has any questions, then I will definitely pass it along to you.
okay, perfect.
All
Thank
right.
you.
You're
Okay.
welcome. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Thank you, doctor. Bye.
Bye.